So now for creating automatic rifle, we need to know about some nodes. Most specific one is the timer node, and let me show you by an example. So let's just go to event graph, and in here, for example, when we hit N on our keyboard, N key, whenever we press N, we want to create a timer whenever we hit N on our keyboard, right? So whenever we press, we say set timer by event or function name, or for next tick by event, for next tick by function name. But the important one is these two. So first of all, let's just see by event, okay? Click on it and it will tell you after triggering this set timer by event, after how many time you want to trigger the event. So for example, after 2 seconds, I want to trigger a event, right? And for creating an event, you can just drag and drop from here and add an event that is called add custom event in here, okay? With this custom event, let's just leave it as at custom event, right? And at this custom event, it will give us an execution pin that, for example, we can print a string in here, and in here I can say 2 second gone, okay, or whatever you want to write in there. So now with this, if we compile and run our game, you can see in here, if I hit N on our keyboard, after 2 seconds it says 2 second gone, and if I do it again, N, and no, after 2 seconds it should say 2 second gone. I know this is pretty new thing for you and you may like it to have event over here, but this is how it works. So the other options in this set timer by event, we can have enabled the looping, right? So now with that, if we compile and run our game again, if we hit N on our keyboard, it will write 2 second gone after 2 seconds, and it will do it every 2 seconds. You can see every 2 seconds it will say 2 second gone. So let's just do it for 1 second like this. Hit 1 in here, compile and run, and now if I hit N after 1 second, it's a 2 second gone. After 1 second again, it will print that string. So if you want to do something every second, every minute, every hour, or whatever, you can do it with set timer by event. Now we have set timer by function as well. Let's just delete this. It's pretty similar. So we can set timer in here, and this time let's just use function, okay? It's exactly the same. We can give it a time, for example 2 seconds, and it needs a function name. So we should create a function in here. I don't want to call this function anything because it's just for testing. This is a new function, and whenever this function triggered, we want to print something, right? We want to say function triggered after 2 seconds, for example, right? So whenever we trigger this function, it should run print a string in here and say that, right? Let's just again go back to event graph. And now with that, we have a new function that we can put it in here. Let's see how we can do that. We can just Control C to copy it and paste it here, right? Everything cool? Now if we compile and run our game, and if we hit N in here after 2 seconds, it should say function triggered after 2 seconds, and you can see it works fine. And we can have looping as well. And if we expand this, you can see there is initialize start delay, how many delay you want to have before start this timer, and there is initial start delay variance. So it will randomize how much you wanna delay before starting this timer. So now we know how we can create a timer to trigger an event, a custom event, or trigger a function. Now I want to show you another thing. So if I again in here say set timer by event, and in here instead of adding event that we can add a custom event, I can go to event dispatcher and create an event, right? Like this, I can create an event. And in here, I can tell it whenever this event happen, what to do after that. And I can click in here, I can give it a function to run after the time that is passed, for example 2, right? After 2 seconds we want to run a function. So for example, I want to choose new function, so let's just choose that. Now with this we can run a function after 2 seconds, and let's just see how it works. So in here, if I hit N on our keyboard, you can see after 2 seconds it says function triggered after 2 seconds. And if I do it again, N on our keyboard, after 2 seconds it should say function triggered after 2 seconds. And you can see it clearly in here. Now you know how you can create a timer and have a custom event, or you can set a timer by a function, and how you can set a timer by event and trigger a function by that. Of course, you can see in here, we could just add a custom event again, okay, like this, a custom event. And in this custom event, run our function like this, okay? It will do the same. So if I compile and run our game, if I hit N on our keyboard, after 2 seconds, it should say function triggered after 2 seconds. You can see it's exactly the same. But if I do it like this, go to event dispatcher and create an event in here, this way we can trigger a function inside another function that I want to show you how you can have an automatic rifle in our game. So let's just see how we can do that in next video.